Welcome back. This week we're going to talk to Miss Shari Saba again one more time. Hi, Shari. Good to see you. We covered FHA versus conventional home loans, and then a few of the other loan types, and talked a little bit about first-time home buying. But this week I want to go over specific tips. Maybe the steps to buying a home for the first time. I know when I was buying for the first time, I had no idea how just to get. How do you get to the starting line? And then. And maybe we can even talk a little bit about that process of buying the house from the mortgage side. But what tips do you typically have for those first-time home buyers?
Well, really, I think the most important thing first is credit and understanding your credit and understanding how to build your credit. I think that's the key. That opens the door for you. The better credit you have, let's say you go out and buy a car. The better your credit score, the better rate you get. The better credit score, the more options you have as far as potential loan products for yourself. So credit is really key. And it doesn't mean you have to have a lot of it. You just have to have some, and you have to use it properly, and you have to pay attention. I know that I have a lot of people that rely on Credit Karma, and that's good because they're at least looking and paying attention.
Yeah.
But Credit Karma is a consumer report. It's not, it's just an overall kind of big picture of what's going on. When a mortgage company or when a car company pulls credit, they're pulling a much more, I'll say, ruthless version of what they're looking for. How many accounts you have open, the balances to your accounts, the length of time they've been open, if there's any late payments, and there's things called score models by which they come up with your credit score. And I have seen differences of 100 points sometimes between somebody's Credit Karma score and what we pull. And sometimes I see them spot on. Yeah. So it's really people who have good credit, usually I'll pull good credit. People who maybe have a little bit lower credit, questionable, sometimes the scores are really off. So I think it's really good to, even if you're a year away from buying a house, do a preemptive strike and talk to a lender. Sit down, talk to a lender, have them pull your credit, have them go over everything as if you were going to buy a house right then, because I'm going to put you on a path to fix things if these things need to be fixed, to help you understand, don't max out that credit card. You've got credit cards, best thing in the world, spend 10 to 20% of what they allow you to spend. 10 to 20%. Put the card away, wait till the bill comes, pay it off, do it again next month. Don't go wild. Keep your balances low, keep the credit active. So that to me is really the biggest thing, because that's going to dictate where we're going to put you and what loans are available to you is credit. Job history. Don't like to see people bouncing around jobs a lot. Okay, so 6 jobs, 7 jobs in a year sometimes looks a little iffy to underwriters. They don't like to see people bouncing around jobs a lot. So try to, good solid job history is a good thing. Once again, understanding that if you're self-employed, that's another big thing. What you make and what you pay taxes on can be 2 very different things. Right. And when a lender is looking at your tax returns, they're going to be looking at what you're paying taxes on, not what you totally make. So once again, I think it's really good to do a preemptive strike and talk to a lender, talk to somebody who can help guide you, because sometimes there's places to put money on a self-employed income that's not going to hurt you, that will help me with your income.
Right.
So understanding how your income is, understanding where it comes from. Commission-based people have to have at least 1 year of commissions under their belt. Credit score essential, and just don't, try not to have an expensive car payment, because you know what, that kills me. It just kills me. $700 car payments and people wanting to buy a house. It's you can't live in your car. You want to have a house. Try to keep things sensible.
Right. Yeah, because that relates to that debt to income number. Yeah. the big chunk of your income going out
a
already.
little self-control. Got to have some self-control as you're preparing.
Yeah.
But do spend the time. I think it's really worth spending the time and have somebody look at a real credit report and understand, that if you think you've got some funky stuff out there, you better look and see what it is. You better see what it looks like, because you don't know how to fix it if you're not looking at it.
Well, and for me, that's paramount, is establishing a relationship with a lender early on in your process, even if you're thinking a year, as much as 2 years out, depends on how much of a planner you are, or, calling someone a month before you think you're going to buy may change your plan quite a bit. You could end up maybe being able to buy within a couple of weeks in terms of pre-approving, or it may take you another year to really get in a better place, And that to me, having that partner and having that lender on board to help advise how to get there, I think is a big. I would call that a big first step. A lot of the buyers that I work with that think they're ready to buy, and we're looking around, and after we start having some of these conversations, if they haven't been pre-approved yet and they think their money's in the right spot, but they've never purchased before, they just don't understand exactly how. Or it helps to understand exactly how all of these factors are going to play into your ability to purchase.
Yes, absolutely. And, obviously money, any money you can save is essential. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Build an account, save the money.
Yeah.
Take it. If you've got it in your mattress, you better put it in a bank, because we want to see it in a bank.
Yeah, they want to see it in a bank account. Yeah.
And we'd like to see it. We don't want to see big deposits in a bank. Have it in there for at least 2 full cycles, so that I don't see any big deposits on your bank statement. But there's lenders out there that will put people in a house that don't have any money. I don't know how they do it with no money or little money in their account. And I'm not one of those people that will do that. Because that's just a recipe for disaster. Yeah. I don't want you to fail. I don't want you as my client or my borrower to fail.
Yeah.
I want you to win, and I want you to keep that house. So have a backup plan, because the one thing is when you buy a house, the landlord's not there to fix anything.
Right.
It's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, this next week, we are going to talk a little bit about how to save, so we can get a little bit more Dave Ramsey about it if we want, or whoever it is. little Shari Saba wisdom. Thank you guys for joining this week. Next week, we'll talk a little bit about go beyond first-time homebuyer tips and talk about how to save. Shari, thanks again. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.